Hello guys and welcome back to some more Destiny 2, but this time it's not going to really be anything for the season itself, but it's actually going to be what we have done in the past. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go through each of the missions. We do have 3 in total, which essentially is just a quick recap for that. If you actually do want to recap, I highly recommend you watch my videos. I have like an actual list for everything. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking possibly making even one for like every single Destiny 2 video, but it is what it is. So we're essentially going to be going through each of these missions, as you can tell. So the first one, obviously, Cade's Fate. If I remember correctly, this is the opening mission for Forsaken. So we're kind of going to go into this. It has been a little bit since I have done it, so, you know, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Or so they say. You know, I just realized I could have used that for infusion fuel. Whatever. So we're going to do this first.
To understand where we are today, there's only one place to start.
Oh, yeah.
Cade 6. Cade 6 was the Hunter Vanguard, a mentor to every hunter in the tower. He was an infamous daredevil, a dependable fire team member, and our dear friend. He never missed a chance to make light of the situation, even in dark times. Our responsibilities weighed on all of us. He tried his best to ease that burden. Cade's final mission was to prevent a breakout at the Prison of Elders in the Reef. Things didn't go as planned.
Okay. Was not, honestly, I wasn't expecting a cutscene that kind of gives the whole thing. I thought it was just us going to be going through. There we go. But yeah, so this is essentially like what happens in the beginning. So you can kind of see, like, there's not much going on. This is also where we actually meet the Scorn first time.
This is the security hub. Better clear the area before going in.
Red Legion still exists at this time. So it kind of gives you a little bit of an understanding of like how dated this was. But you know, it happened.
This says
it feels so weird coming back here.
Open the door. Cade.
I got you. Stand by for promotion.
Something's loose, and it's close.
Yep. So again, like I said before, this is also where you meet the good old people of
These
Scorn.
things, they used to be fallen.
Yeah, I think they may have changed a little bit from the
Fallen
mission.
didn't just become this. Someone did this to them.
I'm trying to remember exactly, but I don't remember it being exactly like that.
Impeccable timing as usual. All that's left is to turn it on. What's happening to the floor? Yeah, these hive are junking up the works. Get out of here, will you?
Shout out to Graviton, making my life easy. Anything else? Okay, that's it.
Hive gum scrub. Now, it's your turn.
Remember to purge the buffers.
Sure, got it. One question? How do I do that?
Press the red button,
They're all red!
then press all of them.
I can't believe that worked. I am amazing at this. Scratch that. It did not work. Don't worry, we got this. Do your thing.
I love how the Graviton Lance essentially also is good at clearing shit just because.
Booting it up. For real this time. Come on, come on! And stay down! Tech support with extreme prejudice. Well, everything's where it's supposed to be, but now it's asking me for some kind of secondary activation.
Should be a terminal you can use out on the catwalks. I'd go with you, but I hear this place has turrets, and I really want to fire them.
By the way, you and me, good team. Let me get that door for you.
So yeah,
The turrets have a manual mode. Interesting.
oh god. But yeah, so essentially, you know.
Hey, buddy,
Go
what do
through
you
this.
think of my new guns? You still with us, Petra? We're gonna clear you a path to Supermax real soon.
Copy that.
Oh, I could get used to this!
Nope. Yeah, Forsaken was not expecting the Graviton
Can I just
Lance.
say I'm having the time of my life right now?
It's actually kind of funny. Because, again, when it comes to the ad density back then, it wasn't as high. It also wasn't as, you know, squishy. Well, actually, it was, like, super squishy.
I've hit a locked door. Any updates for me?
Bingo. Alright.
Bringing the security system online.
You in the green now, PV?
Yes, accessing the lower levels now. Just gotta check on a couple of things. And then we can call it a day.
So long as you're the one buying.
Just random rockets everywhere. Okay. Yeah, so that's the mission.
Looks like we're all done and dusted here, kiddos. Ramen's on me.
Looking pretty good down here. Just gotta check one last thing. No! Cade, he's gone! This isn't a prison riot. It's a prison break!
The airlock
on Deck Zero. It's the only way out this far down. They're going to escape.
Not if I get there first.
Elevator down. Bottom floor. Third up.
Cade!
Prevention of escape. But then you get the reality.
Never felt better. You see that, Petra? Petra? Guardian? Must have knocked out the comm relays with that spectacular landing. And cue the ominous music. Okay, everybody. Back in your cages. I said, back in your cages! Yeah, that hurt. Sorry, not sorry. It. Now I'm pissed. Oh, is that really all you got? Help me out here, little buddy.
So yeah, that's essentially
Cade? Petra?
that part.
What's happening down there?
Then
Come in, Cade.
we actually have to go all the way
Hey,
down.
welcome back. We fell at least 20 stories down, and I can't reach Cade. Or Petra.
I don't remember having like these locations. Oh, I remember this though. There we go. That's done. Yay.
No. Cade's ghost. She's dead.
Yep, that's when we find out about that. And then the most depressing cutscene ever.
Well, this is awkward. You got a gun I can borrow?
No. But I do have a bullet with your name on it.
Any second now, my partner is gonna roll in here and kill every last one of you. And you, my man.
This is going to hurt. A lot. Any last words?
How's your sister?
Oh, also forgot to mention the most badass way of doing it. And there he goes. Are we gonna get the cutscene? Please tell me you're gonna get the cutscene. Because there's a very particular cutscene.
To Uldren, Cade was just an obstacle in his path. But to us, the loss of Cade was devastating. It shattered our fire team and left the last city in mourning. Uldren met his fate, but that wasn't the end of his story.
Well, it's actually kind of nice that they show how
He was resurrected by a ghost named Glint, and having no memory of his past, took on the name Crow. At first, the Vanguard tried to keep Crow in the dark about his past life and Uldren's crimes. But Crow is not Uldren. In time, we grew to understand that who someone chooses to be is more important than who they were.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially that was kind of like the whole thing for Forsaken, and that's kind of how we also got Crow as well, because Crow's resurrection was also something that came up back then as well. So that kind of gives you a little bit of an insight for that. But with that, we do still have 2 other missions. First of which is going to be going back to Europa and finding somebody with a new power.
The arrival of the Black Fleet sparked great turmoil in the last city. Many of our people feared that a second collapse was imminent. The Witness took advantage of that fear. It promised power to all those worthy of it, in the form of stasis, setting off a race to Europa. We could never have imagined what awaited us on that frozen moon. We had always believed darkness itself to be inextricably linked with our enemy. Its power a path to inevitable violence and grief. But there were those, like Elsie Bray, who understood that what we call darkness is a neutral force. Like the light, it could be a powerful tool for good in the right hands, if we were brave enough to question our beliefs.
So yeah, this is when we first wielded the light. This is also when they had introduced the first darkness subclass, before we had...
By communing with the crux of darkness, we could learn to wield the power of stasis. First, we had to fight our way into Reese Reborn, Aramis's stronghold on Europa.
This pyramid granted darkness to the Guardians and the Fallen. It gives power to our enemies as easily as it gives power to us. I don't trust it.
So yeah, I mean, at this time, there were a lot of hesitancy when it came down to it, just because, one, it was, a new power that we never really used before, and two, this is something that we essentially, quote-unquote, took. So, there we go. Let me get up here. Damn it. You used to make that without any issues. I mean, I feel like I could have actually done it, but I just was like... But yeah, essentially who we're fighting against is like the House of Salvation, which is just like a remnant of multiple different houses that, haven't ultimately fallen into the House of Light that are run the Mithrax.
The darkness is a neutral force, but the pyramids have an agenda. Until we know what it is, we can't let our guard down.
Alright, time to walk a thin line. I love that. And there we go.
Rise now, my fellow Elixni. Do not let this scum take more of our sisters, brothers, fathers, and mothers.
Yeah, so this is essentially what we had to do.
Aramis's presence on Europa is not happenstance. Temptation set the wheels in motion, but obsession propelled her here. To destroy the light with an army of darkness, she and her followers make those selfish choices moment to moment. Humanity relies on our selfless acts to bring about a better world. Darkness is no more than a tool with which we do so.
Yep. So yeah, this is how you are introduced to this. So now, instead of us having, our light weapons or light abilities, we are essentially given like darkness abilities, and it's actually kind of cool because the Revenant Hunter was actually one of the most broken classes in terms of supers in a long ass time, because essentially at the time a single one could go through and kill many people within PvP without any issues. Not only that, but they also overtuned all the stasis supers to the point where it was getting really ridiculous. So I am the better stasis wielder, bitch. But yeah, that's essentially like your whole thing of getting like assisted with it and kind of getting used to it.
Inside us all is the strength to control darkness. We need only look inward and remember why we're here.
There we go. Yeah, this one was pretty quick, pretty straightforward. But I mean, ultimately that was the whole point, you know? So, with that,
armed with guidance and resolve, Guardians took up the power of stasis without succumbing to the Witness's corruption. Our understanding of the darkness expanded. Darkness is a part of our universe, a natural force. We wield it in defense of the last city. We challenged many of our assumptions in the days that followed. Where once we saw only eternal foes, we discovered allies against a common threat. And amongst our closest friends, old enemies lay waiting. Hidden away in the last city, the Hive God Savathun prepared her greatest trick yet.
yeah. So that mission and that kind of story, like the whole year itself was actually kind of interesting when it came down to those type of stuff, because ultimately that was when we met up with the House of Light. That's why we have all the, when you go into the courtyard, you see all the, all the elixir there. That's all people from the House of Light. They even had a little, city, a little, city over here. Unfortunately, you can't go to it right now, but likely it's something we'll go to later on. And then obviously, we have Kaido's Legion as well there also. But just like how the mission was kind of eluding us to go into it, we have the summary of Witchcraft.
Of the many enemies arrayed against the last city, few were more dangerous than Savathun, Hive God of Cunning. We dealt with her forces in the past, but her cruelest trick was infiltrating the Vanguard itself, in the guise of one of our own. the warlock Osiris. Her scheming led to something we once believed impossible. Lucent Hive, raised by ghosts, now wielded the light against us. Our only hope was to uncover just how Savathun had stolen the light. To do that, we would have to battle our way through her throne world, a realm of illusions and deceit. With the Witch Queen involved, nothing could be taken for granted.
So yeah, obviously, when they came down to it, we went through and took care of every, of them.
Our mission was to infiltrate the Throne World's apothecary and retrieve a powerful relic. Using our mastery of darkness, we could see into the relic's past and uncover the Witch Queen's secrets.
Eris, we're in position. Where are we headed?
Your destination lies deep within the fortress, Guardian, in the apothecary wing. There you should find a particular shard of crystal. Before her lucent transformation, Savathun was in the custody of the Awoken, securely bound within a crystalline cell. Or so it seemed.
So this crystal is a piece of her former prison, which means it was likely on her when she stole the light. Eris said we have to seek out the aberrant paths. So what looks aberrant around here? How did you do that? It's like you created those platforms out of thin air.
Eris, what's the situation?
The Guardian is en route to the object in question now, Commander.
I mean, when you kind of know how to do this, because you had to do this, like, not long ago, and it makes life a little bit easier. All of you, thank you.
I bet this hive sword will be just as useful as the last one. Now we need to find a lock to smash open.
The Witch Queen may have recast her realm in a lucent sheen, but remnants of dark architecture still lurk underneath.
And the Guardian's new ability reveals these hidden remnants. Yes, Ikora explained. Why can't we use the light to achieve the same result?
The light may be a powerful force, but when dealing in illusions, it has proven insufficient. It is the mind that must bend to see the truths hidden here. Thus, only darkness can show the way.
My only fear is where that way will lead us in the end.
Yeah, I mean, again.
All right, Guardian, let's focus. To find a way forward, we need a sword and something to smash with it.
No. But yeah, Zavala is definitely hesitant about it. It makes sense. Let's be frank. No one really was expecting much out of this. No one was thinking that we would have to do stuff like this in the first place. So, it is understandable to have this kind of thing.
There's the Crystal Guardian. Time to finish this.
Yep, and then obviously
we have to destroy its ghost.
I like how they
This crystal could very well be the clue we've been looking for.
I like how they make it like, oh my god, you killed the crystal. It's like, well, we've done that before. Like we've killed the ghost before. Hell, I mean, in the fucking story, we're about to fucking just off Imaru. It's like, your fucking wise assness is done here. You can only have one New Englander, motherfucker. There we go. I was gonna say, it's like any day now, we're gonna have this like set up, stop, like please.
The crystal revealed to us what we had refused to imagine. The Traveler itself granted Savathun the light. It reached out to our greatest foe and offered grace. For many, this marked a time of great uncertainty, a betrayal. Facing the truth and coming to terms with our doubts strengthened the vanguard for the fight ahead. Whatever the Traveler's motivations, in the end, we had to rely on each other. Ironically, it was Savathun, Hive God of Deception, who revealed the true face of our common enemy, the voice in the darkness, and the architect of humanity's collapse, the Witness. Osiris's time under Savathun's thrall granted him a glimpse of a secret that she withheld from the Witness for centuries. A powerful artifact, known as the Veil, was hidden away on the planet Neptune. With Savathun off the board, the Witness would soon arrive to launch its assault against the Traveler. Armed with this vital secret, we now had a fighting chance.
So yeah, that's essentially what led in to Lightfall, and well, you kind of can see where the story is left off from there. Now, obviously, when it comes down to this stuff, these are just quick glimpses into this situation. So when it comes to those type of things, you know, you always want to just keep an eye out for them. But it is also something that is kind of straightforward when it comes to it. But yeah, so that's just something to kind of keep in mind of when it comes to these type of things. Like, this is not just like the whole thing that we had right here, you know, but it is something that has come up. Now, when it comes to those type of stuff, normally I always like to say, you know, if you want to continue, if you like watching all that stuff, you know, you can just keep with the reflections. But if you do want to see, good boy, yes you are, you're such a good boy. You are the little head patching on. Don't question it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. But essentially, if you think like the reflections are kind of like it doesn't feel like there was much, I do have the full Let's Plays for everything since D2. I think the only ones that I haven't had is, I think, Curse of Osiris and I think Warmind. That's it, and that and like a couple of the other ones. Like I think
Examining the past helps put the present into perspective. It reminds me how much all of us have accomplished already, and what we might achieve in the future. There's power in the stories we tell each other, as surely as there is in light and dark. Together, we can face anything. So remember, eyes up.
Timeline reflection. You've gained a deeper understanding into the recent history of the Guardians. Though the stakes are enormously high, the Vanguard and your fellow Guardians will be there always to support you. Ikora leaves you with a final bit of encouragement before sending you on your way. Together we can face anything, so remember, eyes up. You're ready to join your fellow Guardians in priority missions. Check out your featured quest for suggested activities. If you ever had a loss for what to do next, look at the Guardian Works for guidance. Or, you know, just fucking give us something decent to look at for a guide. Guardian rings can only do so much. How do we get the Monte Carlo? I think it's the strikes, right? Mount ornaments I need. Calus. Ante Carlo con estamos. Yeah, okay. So it's a ritual. It's a ritual thing. And that's that, and then okay. But yeah, so that's essentially that for now. I think what will happen later on next time is more story stuff. But like I said before, if you do want to actually see more of the Let's Plays for Forsaken, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, or even any other seasons in between, check out the channel. It has them all. They all are set up within the playlist. But yeah, if you want to start from the beginning, I did do the original Red War campaign as well. So this is something that you can take a look at, see how things are there. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. In, I think, what? On Tuesday at this point, because it looks like we kind of are getting back into that that weekly bullshit. But at least I got some cards to look for. Anyway, I'll see you later. Take care.